What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are doing what we learned from the UFC's 305 Plessis versus Adesanya. I don't care that I lost over $1,000. God, that was a fucking great card. That's why we watched the UFC. It was pretty much the perfect card from start to finish. Great, a lot of finishes, great performances, great fights, a lot of memorable moments. God, I cannot wait to talk about that main event. I have some takes, some hot takes, I guess. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and please do like and subscribe. Enjoy the intro. Starting off, we have the main event. God, what a card, what a night. I don't care that I lost to $100 in EC. I had him, when that round ended, if he survived that fourth round, I had it 2-2 going into the fifth. So in my card, whoever won the fifth round would have won the fight. But as we can see here, we see the official scorecard, and DDP was up. And he was going to win that fourth round because of the late takedown. Even if he didn't if he hadn't choked DC out, he would have gotten that round. So he would have been up 3-1 in all of the scorecards, and that was it for he was winning that fight by decision. Anyways, I had AC by third round knockout. I didn't put any money on it. I just went with the money line. I lost $1,200. But God, I don't know what to say. Plessis, he's the best. He sucks fighter of all time. He's the worst fighter of all time. Everything he does is so ugly, so awkward, but he makes it work. He does not stand out in your screen. Like, he's a hard worker. He's a Belal. He's a more like Belal. I don't know why people like this guy. Even if we compare him to Belal, I think Belal's more technical, more skilled. Definitely a more skilled striker. And I mean, definitely he's a much better wrestler. DDP is just a weight bully. He's a weight bully with out of this world athleticism. Honestly, he is the worst fighter, but he's also the best athlete we've seen in this division by far. Okay, this dude has to walk around 250 pounds on the off season. He starts his weight cut 12 weeks before the fight, because he has to cut. I'm guessing 1 week out he's 240 pounds. Well, maybe not, but he's at least 230 a week out. He's so big, and he's not that tall, so he's jagged. Like, he's a great freak athlete. He looks like he's tired, like he's slowing down. I was thinking, oh my God, he's going to win that fifth round, because those body shots are getting to him. It does not matter if you hurt this guy. He just keeps going, and I think that's just the way he fights. Like, he looks like he's tired, like he's slowing down, but he digs deep, and that's his fighting style. I mean, he never gives up. He's a Bilal. He's definitely an overachiever. I don't want to hear how, oh my God, this guy is good. He's not good. Like, if you show, it's kind of who can I compare him to outside of this sport? Mm, the first thing that comes to my mind, it's Kawhi Leonard. Like he's just, but Kawhi is so technical. I guess the point I'm trying to make is he's not flashy. He's not good. Like all the things the coaches tell you not to do, he does it, and it works for him. I don't know for how long he'll keep getting away with this. He's only 31, so that weight cut, those weight cuts, shouldn't get to him as bad because he's a freak athlete, man. This guy, he looks like a rugby player. He was a wrestler, but he's not a very good wrestler. Like he's just so huge and strong, and he pushes forward. His striking sucks. His striking defense sucks. Like his striking defense is his offense. I mean, he just rushes like a bull. He just tucks his chin down, and I mean, I think when he does those blitzes where he looks like he's fucking swimming, I don't think he's looking. I mean, I'd say he has his eyes closed. The guy sucks, and a lot of people think that when people say he sucks, is that they're saying that he's a bad fighter and he should be losing these fights. No, like he's winning these fights. Like he's very smart. Like I like this guy. He's smart. And he knows how to win. He adjusts his game plans. He he knows what to do and how to get away with all his problems and issues. Because a guy like Izzy, he wouldn't even be in the UFC if he fight like Dricus. Like, Izzy's a good athlete, but he couldn't get away with all that shit that Dricus pulls. Like nobody can. He's truly one of a kind fighter. I don't. I'd say. I mean, I'm guarantee you we never see another guy like him again. Just because he's so unique. And with AC, man, he's done. Like he's still one of the best middleweights of all time. One of the best strikers of all time. I don't think this loss dents his legacy, especially now that the run that Dricus is in. EC, I mean, he was already 36. He by was it? I mean, he's 35 or 36, so he's old. He's not in his prime anymore. We saw that on the Sean Strickland fight. I thought that was because he had spent all this like life, like really energy. Like I think he really put everything he had in the tank, and he left that out versus that Pereira rematch. I thought he had a little bit more, but now I know he emptied that tank that night, and what we saw versus Strickland wasn't really like lack of motivation. That's just the new easy now. We have to accept it. But I mean, he's very good. He's good for the company. He's good for the UFC, man. The guy sells. He has a lot of haters, but he also has a lot of fans, and he's a good fighter. He's like, he was fighting. I had him winning that fight going into the third. Yeah, I'm sorry, going into the fourth. I had it 2-1. You see, I thought he won the first and the third. I don't know how in the world no judge gave the third to Easy, right? Was that right? It is. I might let me double check here. I think I'm tripping. Okay. Okay. Yeah, one judge gave Duplessis the third round, which is wild to me. But anyways, he's done. He said he's done retiring. I thought he was going to retire. But the UFC will probably give him like a layup on his next fight. I know the UFC wants Chimaev Dricus to happen, but is he going to beat Whitaker? Probably. Um, but I think if he does not get him out, I don't want to talk about it. So for Dricus' next fight, I want to see him fight the winner of Allen Imavov. And I think Allen is going to win that. I think Brendan Allen, as crazy as it sounds, he has the best chance to beat Dricus out of all the division. I don't think anybody else has a chance. I mean, maybe Chimaev, but I don't think Chimaev can get Dricus out in the first round. So he's automatically losing that fight. As long as it goes, it will continue to favor Dricus as the minutes go by. But Brendan Allen, he's tough. We just saw him. He was trading bombs with Chris Curtis, and Chris Curtis hits hard. He hits like a truck. But Brendan Allen is a much better wrestler, and I think he can stand on his own on the feet. He's a much better grappler and wrestler than Duplessis is. Would he would have to make it a boring fight and take it to the ground, a lot of scrambles and grappling. But I think he's the only guy that can beat him. Like, honestly, like, I don't think Strickland can beat him because of the optics. Strickland will just, will do nothing, just hunt you down, and he thinks he's winning the fight because you're on, because he's initiating on his, but in reality he's not doing shit. So Strickland's not going to beat him. I thought EC had a very good chance of beating this man. But outside of EC, like, it has to be someone that's like very technical, like Easy, but Easy's just too old now. I think on his prime, Easy beats the shit out of Dricus Duplessis. There's no doubt in my mind. He already beat Whitaker. I don't think he can beat Whitaker. Imavov, he would get destroyed. That'd be a layup for him. Like, if you just keep going down, Cannonier does not beat this man. But Vittori, you just keep getting, like, this division is pretty bad. Like, Paulo Costa, like, Dolitze, fucking, like, we have Brendan Allen here. Bojalo, hey, that man, he could beat Bojalo. So maybe if he beats, when he beats Cannonier, maybe he's next in line. I don't know. I don't want to see Sean Strickland again. He's like so entitled now. First he was talking about, I don't care about the belt. Now he wants it back. Like, I've never been a Sean Strickland fight outside of the ring and inside of the ring. I don't like him very much. I think he pretends he's someone he's not. I don't think he's like authentic, I think he tries too hard for me. It doesn't seem like it's natural. He's not doing naturally. But I don't want to talk about somebody else right now. So for EC, just have him fight the loser of that fight, which I think is gonna be Imavov, and I think EC still has a little bit left in the tank to beat a guy like Nasruddin Imavov, who how the fuck did this guy made it to the top? I think he's the number 4 contender in this division. That just tells you, like, this division sucks. But yeah, enough yapping. Overall, great fight. Let me know what you think about Dricus, let me know who do you think could actually beat Dricus? Like, is it Chimaev? Maybe Strickland on a rematch? Or do you agree with me? And do you think Brendan Allen can beat him? We move on. God, I fear for Steve Ercik's sake. I think we are going to see something similar to the Dominic Reyes effect. I'm not saying Steve Ercik won his Pantoja fight. I scored it for Pantoja, and I do believe Dominic Reyes beat John Jones. So I know it's not exactly the same, but since he's like the people's champion, he seems like such a nice guy. I fear for him. I think we will always remember Steve Ercik for being that guy that went to Rio. Nobody knew nothing about him. Uh, Burst into the scene out of nowhere, beat three nobodies, and somehow, some way was fighting for a belt in the UFC versus the Brazilian King of Rio. In Rio, headlining a pay-per-view for the flyweight division championship. And he fought a very good fight for not having any experience whatsoever. Showed great cardio. Made a mistake in the last round that cost him the fight. I do believe that. I thought he was on his way to winning that fight, but he fucked up, and that cost him, it seems, his fucking career. Because that's why I had money on Kara France, because he strikes me as one of those guys that he's just like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say soft, because he's a fucking fighter, and for you to do this, you have to be a dog. There has to be some dog in you for you to do this for a living. But I don't know, like on a psychological level, I've always felt like he was like kind of weak, you know, like this guy that looked, I don't know, it's probably because of the way he looks. Like, it looks like this guy was bullied all through his fucking life, for the way he looks, and he's just so like odd. I don't know, like he has no personality. He's just a nice guy that's somehow fighting on the UFC. And he has some decent boxing. He knows what to do, but I don't see like that killer, like dog. I mean, I see more of a fucking psycho, like serial killer than actual like killer on the ring. It's definitely because of the way he looks. But yeah, I'm kind of sad for him. I had Kara France winning. He saved my ass, because I would have lost like $1,500 if it wasn't for this man. But I had him winning by decision. I didn't think he would be able to like crack Ercik, because I know Ercik's like defensively sound. And you can see how he started, like he was doing everything perfect, and then got caught. And man, like his face after that, you could see like he was so disappointed. Like, man, is this like, did this really happen? Like I know he has to be thinking or feeling like he's cursed. But honestly, I don't see things getting much better for him. I don't think and it sucks, 'cause he's good. He's such a like he's such a unique fighter, I don't think we've seen anything like Steve Ercik in this division, like, ever. But for what's next for him, I think you give him Manuel Cap, and I mean, if he beats Cap, I don't think the UFC cuts him. Two fan favorites, both of the people's champs going at it. I think that's a great fight. But now I don't even know if he beats Cap. Like, honestly, I don't know if Steve Ercik beats Cap. I don't think I would have the balls to pick Steve Ercik to beat Cap, and the line would probably be again 2-1, and that's the other thing, when he went to Rio and nobody knew nothing about him, he was the underdog. He was playing with house money. Now the people are saying you are the champ. There's expectations, and with expectations everything changes. and I don't think he's the man to. It does not strike. He does not strike me as a man that will does good with high stakes, high pressure situations. That's why I was on Kara France. And Kara France, man, that guy's a dog. He used to fight at bantamweight, and you can tell 13 first round finishes for a flyweight. It's insane. The guy's a killer. Like, this guy is a killer. Like, he acts like Steve Versick looks like. Like, he acts like, oh, like, I'm gonna kill you and doing all this. Like, on his mind, he looks super intimidating, but he's 5 foot tall, so I don't think anybody's afraid of him, other than Steve Versick now, of course. But I want to see him fight Albasi again. I know Roy is fighting Tetsuro Taira for probably the title contender eliminator. And I wouldn't be mad if the winner of Albasi Car France is up next. Like, don't even give Royval a chance. Like, just clean up this division. No. If Albasi beats Car France, just give him the shot after the winner of Royval and Tatsuro Taira. And just keep Car France as a gatekeeper. And now we know Steve Versick is not top 5. I don't think he beats Albasi. Definitely, I don't think he beats Taira. I don't think he beats Moreno. I don't think he beats Royval. I don't see dog in him. Like, I see a lot more dog in Tatsuro Taira than Steve Versick. Yeah, and it sucks for the guy because I like him. He is, and you can tell, you can see it. He's a very nice guy, and it just sucks for him because I feel like he's like somehow just on the wrong sport, and I hate that for him. We move on to the fight of the night. Mateusz Gamrot and Dan Hooker. Great fight, great performance from Hooker. The Hangman, it looks like he reinvented himself. He has the blonde hair, the tattoos. I was rooting for him. I'm happy I didn't not have the balls to pick him. I should have picked him. I was rooting for him, so I'm happy. I don't care that I got this fucking pussy pick wrong. But I'm glad. It looks like the crotch sniffing era is finally coming to an end. And I'm very happy. I think this is a huge win for the sport. A guy like Mateusz Gamrot should not be that high up the rankings. I know people like to hate on the Dagestanis and shit, but those guys are elite. And a pussy like fucking Gamrot, even fucking Arman does it, and I like Arman a lot. I think he's very good. But that I don't even know how to call it. I mean, when they shoot for the takedown and they fail, they will gladly be on their knees, holding another grown man's leg on their knees right down below him. Like, that's the most coward. I think, hey, if a fighter wants to be there, like, holding your fucking leg like a child, you should be able to fucking knee him in the head. Like, if he's putting himself there just because of this stupid rule. A knee should be totally legal in a situation like that. Like, I understand like stomping not being a thing if you drop someone. Like, I mean, this is a sport. This is not fucking like this is not a fucking street fight. But how can you not knee somebody that's fucking grabbing onto your leg on their knees? God, that's just the most pathetic, coward, pussy thing you can do. And these guys do it gladly. I'm glad Dan Hooker got this decision. And and I thought it was pretty clear. I thought Hooker with dropped him in the first. That clears everything, and he won the third round. I'm so happy. Honestly, that this era is coming to an end. It seems like the UFC is really cracking on these guys. Like, you cannot tell me the UFC didn't tell Gamrot behind the scenes, hey, if you try to wrestle for 15 minutes, we will fucking cut you. Like, I don't care that you beat this guy and you're the number whatever rank you are. We will cut you and you will be out of a job, because we don't want to see no more fucking boring ass fights from you. You split decision merchant. And because he was wrestling, and I know he tried and he was failing, so maybe that's why he wasn't like just relentlessly pushing the pace. But that's not what we usually see from Gamrot. Like, he would just like won't stop, and he was actually trying to, like, it took him like 3 minutes to for him to attempt a takedown. I think the UFC is really onto these guys. They're done with them. I think it's this era is over, and I'm so happy for it. I want to see Dan Hooker fight Justin Gaethje in a main event. Just for the lulz. Like, I don't think any of these guys could actually challenge for the title. We saw what Islam did to Hooker in 2 minutes, right? But it will be a hell of a fight. These guys are warriors. They'll put up a fucking show. And now that Hooker is probably the number 5 ranked lightweight, which is insane. In 2024, Dan Hooker, in the most stacked division in all the UFC, Dan Hooker is the number 5 fighter. Wow. Gamrot, give him to Patty. I think Patty can submit this bum. And it will be a true test for Patty Pimblett now. And if they don't drop Gamrot all the way to 11, they leave him like at that 8-9 spot, I think that's the perfect jump for Patty. You beat Gamrot, and then you can have him fight like a Dustin Poirier or an Oliveira, and then he gets his title shot. I think that's the best thing for Patty. Honestly, fuck Mateusz Gamrot. He's a fucking pussy. I hate those guys so freaking much. We move on to Tai Tuivasa versus Biggie Boy. Man, this sport is a fucking disgrace. The fact that this happens consistently, and everybody just everybody knows about it, everybody talks about it, but nobody does anything about it. Nobody actually cares. They just accept it as part of the sport. But honestly, this is insane. I know they removed this man. He was supposed to judge the co-main event, right? I believe. And they dismissed him for the night after this pathetic... I don't even know what the hell this was, man. I don't know if he was just trolling because he knew Tuivasa had lost, so it wouldn't matter. But Jesus, like, the fact that this, what was the other, like, Dudakova 30-27 a couple weeks back, like, get the fuck out of here. Then what we saw, the fucking girl from India, a guy had her winning 30-27, like, she didn't even, like 30-27, like, I guess, kinda see, you could make an argument for a 29-28 win for her, but 30-27, and the fact that this happens consistently. I mean, this is a joke. Truly a fucking joke. They're laughing in our faces. How dumb we are. We continually just watch this shit product. Like, I know this fight was like great, and that, I mean, probably everybody will forget about it except the hardcore fans, because Tuivasa's hardcore fans love him. But I mean, this will get overshadowed, and this should be like the biggest concern of this card. Like, how is this? How does this happen in 2024? I understand, like, rigging fucking matches back in 1964, but they do it and they get away with it because nobody's going to do shit, and they know it, and they remind us every time they get a chance that it does not matter what you do inside the cage. If the elite, the fucking shareholders, whoever Dana White works for, wants something to happen, it's going to happen. And that's a reality with every sport, not just the UFC. But enough of the rant. This fight, I mean, Biggie Boy put on a Biggie Boy performance. Like, what else can you say? I want to see him fight next Martin Tupura. I picked Biggie Boy on this fight by KO. I thought Tuivasa would, try to engage more. And honestly, he was trying, but Biggie Boy just wants to fight at range. He does not care about the KO. I'm glad that they weren't like, oh my god, because they used to glaze up this man so much. Like, oh, this guy has all this KOs. He's so powerful. This guy has fucking pillow hands, okay? He's a jab merchant, decision merchant, boring ass fighter, given to boring the Apex on a main event. Like, nobody's going to show. Nobody will watch that shit. Nobody wants to see that. But it's probably the right fight to make. Tuivasa, man, I know he hasn't, this is his side hustle. This is just to keep his popularity and engage people on his businesses. I really do believe that's why he keeps fighting. And the UFC knows he's a fan favorite, so they'll probably keep him around. They'll just use him in Perth cards or fucking Sydney cards. Just just treat him like a Molly McCann. Have him fight cans. Just like take the number off his side, keep him unranked and just have him beat cans. Like, he's good, like, he has power, and he's not terrible. Like, he doesn't suck. Just put him up against strikers that he's going to get a knockout. Like, that's a win-win for Tuivasa. He's not going to be interrupting the rankings. He's not going to make any noise. Just don't match him up against a prospect or a rising contender, because he's either probably going to lose or the contender will get knocked the fuck out and all the hype will be gone. Just keep him fighting cans. Like, give him Rodrigo Nascimento, the guy that Derrick Lewis knocked out. I mean, Tuivasa is going to do the same to him. Just put him on the next time the UFC goes to Australia, put him on the main card. Like, same spot as this fight, or even a feature pilling fight. Like, just keep him in the roster so he can knock out some cans in the lower spots of the card. Pretty simple to me. We move on, man. Carlos Prates he's legit. I think he's going to make some noise in this division. He's the best striker by far. And honestly, like, who can, if you start thinking about it, who can beat this man other than Belal? Because Belal's just going to overwhelm him with the wrestling. And just grind him up against the clinch. Like, this man, that left hand is the most accurate weapon we've seen in fucking forever. He does not miss. He's a sniper. I knew the Leech had a granite chin. That's why I picked Prates by decision. But my God, I don't even. I mean, he obviously hits hard, but I think he's just so accurate. Kind of like Easy, like he just hits you in the right spot at the right time. He'll put you to sleep. Like, the Leech was knocked out unconscious there for like a minute. Like, he was not waking up. This man landed the perfect shot. He's amazing, and the fact that he's so cool, he has this swag. This guy has aura, okay? And all of this fucking card, this guy had the most aura. By far. Like, this guy has aura. Like, he could be, like, he could be the champion. And people are dismissing him because he has an ugly record. Like, come on. Like, that was a beautiful he was setting it up. Like, he wanted that highlight KO, just like he got it versus Charles Radke. And he got it. Like, he's that comfortable that he'll just let him stand up, because he knows he's going to get the knockout. The highlight knockout. And a knockout, not a fucking TKO. A knockout. That man went to sleep. And he called out, on his interview, he said, I want another easy fight, and called out fucking Chaos Williams. I think he knocks him out as well. I know Chaos Williams is up there as the hardest hitters in this division, but he sucks. He does not have any boxing whatsoever. He's not going to catch Prates. Like, he's so defensively sound. He has great boxing. You cannot touch him. You cannot take him down. He's going to snipe you eventually. Great reads. He's with the fighting nurse now. I think this guy's probably going to be champion. And I hope he becomes a champion. He's so fun to watch. He has personality. He has aura. I love this man. Like, he's so good. So good. I wish every champion was like him. Wouldn't that be like the perfect world? And for the Leech, God, he looked old. That's why I said don't bet on the Leech for us. As much as you want to take that line, kind of like Dan Hooker, just don't do it. Like, he's old. He's coming off of back surgery. He's 36. He's been in some wars. He has that chin still, so he probably won't. Prates probably won't get the KO, but he did. I was wrong there. But for the Leech, just have him fight fucking Sunken in China. Now that they announced that they're going to Macau, just have these two guys fight each other. I know they train together, or Sunken said something like that on his interview. Pretty sure he was training with Wei Li and the Leech. Just have these two fight there against each other. Like, does that make sense? I mean, yeah. What? Like, I don't think anybody cares about the Leech. He's old now. He was a fan favorite. If they go to China, they're definitely not fighting each other. So, but I would be down to watch that fight. We move on. Man, I want to see Walter Walker fight Justin Tafa. He called them out. There's some bad blood now. Then this is a great story, like brothers versus brothers. And I want to see Junior Tafa fight Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker just go up to heavyweight. these tough up guys are just obese and fat and lazy. They're natural middleweights probably, if not at least light heavyweights. They're not heavyweights. And you're also probably not a light heavyweight yourself. You'd probably be much better off in heavyweight. I know these two guys hit hard, but you're miles better, more technical than the Tafa brothers. So yeah, I want to see Johnny Walker fight Junior Tafa and Walter Walker fight Justin Tafa. You can put these two fights in the. You know what? Fuck no. I was going to say they can put these two fights in 308, but that card is stacked already. Fuck the Saudis, man. Hell no. I don't know where you could put this, but make this happen. Like, and I'm pretty sure they're at least going to do Justin Tafa versus Walker. That's like a guaranteed fight they're going to do. Absolutely. You have to do it now. You have to do this fight. There's no other way around it. You have to schedule Justin Tafa versus Walter Walker. Everybody wants to see that now. And honestly, it was I'm glad that the fight ended the way it did. I had Walter Walker winning. I thought he was going to just wrestle for 3 rounds, like he did on the first. He was going to cruise the decision win, either way. He got the submission, and man, Junior, I don't know why Junior Tafa was upset with Walter Walker. Like, if anything, you have to be mad at the ref. Because I don't recall like Walter Walker saying anything to him. Yeah, like, he was celebrating the win. Like, what was he supposed to do? Like, nah, man. Like, nah, just end this in a no contest, premature stoppage. Like, he won that fight. You screamed like a fucking pig, and the ref stopped the fight. Like, don't scream if you're in a submission. Like, that's. I was going to say that's like the lowest of the level jiu-jitsu entry level shit, but it's obvious that this man has never ever been inside of a jiu-jitsu gym. He's a turtle off his back. He sucks. He only has power, and he's a very undersized heavyweight. He's obese. The Tough brothers need to go down, but even if they go down, they're going. The light heavyweights are much more technical and 10 times more skilled, so they wouldn't be able to touch anybody. They would just get pieced up. So they are terrible. They suck. I don't understand why they have fans. Like, they suck. They suck. We move on. Man, Josh Colibao is a fucking idiot, and Ricardo Ramos has very high fight IQ. If you would have told me that going into this fight, I would have told you you're insane. You're clinically insane if you thought that. But now I think I agree with you. Going into this fight, Josh Colibao, best weapon was supposed to be his fight IQ. And we knew he was an overachiever. Like, just look at him. He's not, like, he does not look like an athlete, a professional athlete. I don't think he's very good, but he's smart. And we saw his IQ, his the way he fought that choke versus a elite level grappler shows you like that he's very smart. But honestly, scored this fight a draw. I scored this as a draw. I had Colibao 10-8 in that round, and to me it was pretty clear that Ramos won the first and third. So I had this 28-28. This fucking idiot also cost me $200. Which 200, yeah, like fuck. I mean, fucking idiot. Like, you had this man was fighting on one leg for 2 rounds, and you just I mean, the guy was on the fucking ground. I mean, we just saw what Jack Jenkins was destroying Herbert Burns' legs. And he was, asking the refs, you know, get him up, get him up, get him up. You just saw this, you fucking piece of shit. You just saw it. There's the fucking blueprint. You want to get your hand raised? Let the ref get him up. Put him on his feet. He is hurt. He can barely stand. And what the fuck? You just like dance around? Like, get the bro. Like, for a second, I thought they were going to give the fight to Koulibaly once they start announcing the scorecards. Because for me, that was a draw. Like, I don't know if it would have been a weak 10-8, probably. I would have to rewatch that fight. But, like, watching live, I said, okay, that's a 10-8 round. And the last one, Ramos won. This is a draw. But when they started announcing, I was like, okay, yeah, Ramos is probably going to win. Because there's no way Koulibaly won that third round. No way. No way. And it's crazy that Ramos was supposed to be like this super talented, very skilled grappler, good striker, but that's just going to fuck up, make stupid mistakes, and just the idiot here turned out to be Josh Koulibaly. Like, God, I love this sport. But moving on to who I want to see them fight next. Honestly, give Ramos Lucas Almeida. Lucas Almeida looked very good on his last outing versus Timmy Kwamba. Two good strikers. Maybe we could see Ramos try to grapple, but he does not have any wrestling, so that fight would probably just be on the feet, and it would be a very good fight, very very evenly matched. And Koulibaly, now that we know he's stupid, let's have him fight another idiot. Give him Jonathan Pierce in the Apex, or lock this man inside the Apex cage, please. We move on to the ladies' fight, the only women's fight of the night. And I mean, it wasn't terrible, it wasn't good, but for a women's fight, it was not bad. The King, Casey O'Neill, she is back, and I love it. She's one of my favorite fighters of this division. I love her. Going into this fight, I should have put money on her. I regret that. It was a fucking dominant performance, easy win. Now that we knew going into this fight, I said it on the preview, she has some real coaching now. She was at Fight Ready, and she looked great. Like, Coach Antino and Eddie Jaw did a great job with her. Her striking looked better than ever. She looked strong, like physically, great strength and conditioning. She hits hard. You could tell immediately Luana Santos wanted no smoke. She just fought. She was just there trying not to get finished, because if she tried to get close or try any shit, he knew O'Neill could probably get her out of there with some punches. He did not like the power she felt, for sure. But honestly, I don't know why people were saying, oh my god, this is Luana Santos all day. She should be minus 200. This line is very weird. Like, this was short notice. And watching that fight, I think it was, there were two factors. O'Neill was just much stronger, bigger, and better striker than Luana Santos. We knew Luana Santos has gotten better with her striking. She used to be horrible, like awful on her striking. She's not as bad. She's not as bad anymore. But I think she was just on this card to put herself out there, because we know she's popular on social media. She's cute, like, she's good looking. I'm not saying she's just your typical IG model of fighters that we have. Cause it's like you could tell she actually like she's a fighter. So, but yeah, I have to question her commitment to this short notice fight. Um, I don't wanna. We don't want to kill her just yet. But it's probably time for her to go into the Apex. We've seen her training in the PI in Vegas, so just have her fight in the Apex. Have her fight JJ Aldrich. Like JJ Aldrich is a tough out every time she fights, but I think Luana can beat her. Line will probably be -300. You could always bet Luana by submission. And yeah, for Casey O'Neill, man, she's one of my favorite fighters. I'm so happy for her. I was rooting for her. After she won that fight, I tweeted, like, that's wraps. Luana Santos is not winning rounds 2 and 3. Casey O'Neill has this fight in the bag. Like, it was really that simple. Like, we know Luana has, well, at least she had gas tank problems. I don't think she was actually trying too hard. That's why she didn't gas here. But I just gave, now that I'm seeing it again, I did not remember this fight. I just gave it 10-8 round on that third round. Yeah, Luana was not really into this fight. You could tell from the start. I don't know if it was because of the power or she just wanted to put her name on the card. That's why she was fighting. Casey O'Neill is back. Just have her fight Viviane Araujo. She just dropped out of her fight versus JJ. Jasmine Jastovicius, another one of my girls. I totally forgot that Casey O'Neill was ranked. And she's one of my favorite fighters. Just, I don't know, she was just on a spiral. I'm happy for her that she went and got some real coaching, a real corner now. I think she's on the rise now. I really wanted to buy some stock on her, but she was like on a 3-fight losing streak. God, that would have been a great pick, but I'm happy with my buy and sell pick this week, so no complaints there. Let's go, Jack Jenkins, baby. He is legit. I know this is a layup, cheap ass win, but whatever. I said we were going to buy stock on Jack Jenkins. I know it was -700, whatever. I think people are really starting to see this guy is good. Like, he has some fucking great hands, powerful kicks. We know Kerber is a quitter. I should have just bet the house on Jenkins by KO. I had him to. I thought he was going to do it earlier, but great IQ. I mean, this is what Josh Kolibal was supposed to do with Ramos. I don't want to get into it. I already talk about that. Let's talk about the man of the hour here, Jack Jenkins. Legit prospect. He's a mini JDM. Like, great body work, great hands, super, just watching him throw is a thing of beauty. And top it up with those kicks. Man, those kicks look like they fucking hurt. Like, I know every time we have a kicker, the broadcasting team always blows it out of proportion, trying to hype it up. Oh my God, look at his fucking swelling. Oh yeah, he's switching stances because of it. Like, these are fighters at the end of the day. They're used to it. I know it probably sucks. Like, if I was a fighter, I'd definitely be scared to get my shin kicked like that. But great call. Great call. I think there's definitely going to be a hype train on this man now. Herbert Burns, We know he was a quitter, a fucking bitch. Honestly, I don't want to get like too deep into what I'm about to say, because this is Jack Jenkins' moment. I picked him. He was my. I bought stock. I bought his stock this week. I would have won money on him, but I was an idiot and I parlayed him on the money line with Josh Cooleybow, whatever. But these jiu-jitsuers like Herbert Burns, Weston Wilson, and there has to be there are quite a few in the UFC. They don't like to get hit. Bro, just stay in jiu-jitsu. Like, we don't want to see you rolling around and pulling guard. Why are you fighting in the MMA? You can tell they despise, they hate being hit. They don't like when people punch them. And I know nobody wants to get punched, but these dudes want to. You can see it on their fucking face, their demeanor, the expressions they make. It looks like they want to cry. Like, they hate it. They almost fucking protest to their ref, like, he's hitting me on the face. I thought this was a fucking jiu-jitsu match. I just stay in jiu-jitsu, bro. If you don't like to get hit, don't come to MMA. Whatever. For Jack Jenk, I don't want to see Herbert Burns again. Like, I don't know if he's probably not getting cut. And I don't want to get too obscure with who I want to see him fight next or who he should fight next. I don't care. Nobody liked him going into this fight. Now everybody hates him. Just cut him. Just retire from the sport. Stick to jiu-jitsu. You're a great jiu-jitsu guy. You're a fucking world champion like 5 times. National champion. I don't know what he is. He's a great jiu-jitsu guy. Stay in fucking jiu-jitsu. Don't come to the UFC. You're only here because of your brother. Like, just you do your jiu-jitsu and you let your brother do his MMA. End of the story. Jack Jenkins, I want to see him beat the absolutely living shit out of C-Rod. I hate C-Rod. He's just a weight bully that got exposed. Fucking exposed by Julian Erosa. Because when he's not the biggest guy on the ring, he sucks. And I think Jack Jenkins would beat the absolute crap out of him. And I want to see him lose. I'm praying for C-Rod's downfall, honestly. Like, he cheated. I don't want to say cheat, but he missed weight against some hot prospects. Took away his records. I hate this guy. Fuck him. I want to see him, Jack Jenkins, knock him out. How do you get fraud checked twice? Like, I'm honestly asking this question to Mr. Nolan. How bad can you be that you get fraud checked pretty much in 2 of your 3 UFC fights? This guy's supposed to be this hot prospect, super good. He's terrible. He sucks. He has no fight IQ. No, like, he's not defensively sound. He makes mistakes. He's stupid. He's terrible. Like, he's not a minus 1200 against anybody. Okay. He's chinny. He always gets hurt. I don't think he has that much power. Like, yeah, he has good knees. He's tall. Jalen Turner knocks him out in 30 seconds. I don't think this guy beats John Woodson, and I'm comparing him to these guys because he's tall like them. He doesn't even beat John Woodson. I want to see him fight Michael Fickleg. I don't think he beats Michael Fickleg. I really don't. I don't know who are the UFC going to match him up against. He already fought 2 cans twice because they saw him after his first fight that he sucks. He's not good. Like, Mota, he's below 500 fighter in the UFC. Almost killed him. He's coming off a knockout win to Victor Martinez, who I want to see him fight Alex Reyes next. Alex Reyes, great performance, man. Like, you were there to get knocked out, and you didn't gave them the fucking the how do you say that, like, whatever, you prove them wrong. You put up a great performance. You're 37, you're washed. And I mean, anybody that had Tom Nolan in their place was sweating for sure. It was a close fight. I had Nolan winning 29-28 convincingly, so I do not disagree with this decision whatsoever. But I don't think he beats Michael Figlek, man. I don't think he beats Michael Figlek. And Michael Figlek is pretty bad. He's like bottom of the barrel on this division. And for Alex Reyes and Victor Martinez, I don't know if we see Alex Reyes again. Maybe because he did the UFC a favorite here, but he was supposed to get knocked out. So because of that, he's probably done. Yeah, sucks for him because he put up a great fight. And Tom Nolan sucks. Fraud checked again. Come on, man, please. Next up, the most forgettable fight in the card. Boring fight. Shout out to Ricky Glenn for toughing it out, man. If you go to his Instagram page, he has his fucking, I don't know, he has like a handyman business type shit. So he just fights in the UFC because that's an easy paycheck. I thought Song Kenan was gonna knock him out because Song Kenan allegedly has power on his hands. So we did not see that. And honestly, he looked kind of gassed. So that's kind of concerning. He's not too old. We'll probably see him fight again in China in November. It'd be great if they match him up with the Leech, man. That'd be a great. It'd be so funny. We're like, there are barely any China fighters. You're going to do that would be right, the first China fight, or if not, it's the first one in like fucking long ass time. Him versus Leech will be so funny, but they're not going to do that. I guarantee you, they'll put these two on the card, but they're not going to face each other. It'd be great if they did, but no. Ricky Glenn, I don't know if he's retiring. I don't know if he's getting cut. Dude hasn't won in like 8 years. But he toughed it out. I guess that's a win for him. If we ever see him again, I don't know, just have him fight Adam Fugit. Like, I don't know, I don't care. Last but not least, man, when will the flyweight slander stop? Like, this division is 10 times better than heavyweight. I will stand by it. I will go to my grave believing that heavyweight is terrible. Like, heavyweight sucks. And it's terrible. It's a terrible division. It should go away. Like, it's kind of a legendary division, I guess. The heavyweight. So they're not going to remove it. But I swear, if they ever get rid of the flyweight division in the UFC, I'm stopping. I'm gonna stop watching and I'm gonna stop making videos. Like, this is one of the best divisions. Like, skill wise, this is the best division by far. When you have 5'4" guys with 60-inch reach like Josh Van, like Jesus Aguilar, you have to be so skilled. Work so hard. These guys are so good. And honestly, Stuart Nicol got fraud checked. These Australian guys, I picked him to win by decision because he was supposed to be a good grappler. I think the lights got the better of him, man. I think he was nervous as hell. The adrenaline and yeah, the nerves got the better of him. But Jesus Aguilar is a ghillie specialist. He's done this in all of his fights. He always jumps ghillie. He got it. He's very exciting, man. He will put himself out there. He'll brawl. He'll scramble. He's an exciting fighter. I want to see him fight Al Nascimento next. Nascimento was supposed to fight last week. Was it? Yeah, he was supposed to fight last week. Fight got canceled. For Stuart Nickel, I don't know. Like, he's giving me his proposal. Like, I don't know. That's too obscure for me. He's an unranked flyweight with only one UFC appearance. And, I mean, he got put to sleep on the first round. I thought it was so funny, man, that Aguilar was just like, he told the ref, like, hey, this man is out, but he did not let go until the ref called the fight out. So he was not 100% sure. And after that, Nickel was he was already passed out. And Aguilar went and fucking lifted up his feet. I thought that was so funny. But great upset. I said on my preview that if Aguilar won this fight, it would be because of a ghillie, and he got it. Stuart was supposed to be this very skilled grappler, but I mean, to get caught in a ghillie in 2024, and you're supposed to be a good grappler, I think he got fraud. I think he was a fake prospect. So I don't think we'll hear from him again. Like, if he had any hype, it's over. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate you. I love you. Please leave a like, subscribe if you are not subscribed, and let me know in the comments down below, who do you think could actually beat Mr. Africa himself, the King of Africa, Dricus du Plessis. Because honestly, I think not a lot of people in the division can beat this man. But I would love to know your opinion. And yeah, I'll see you on the preview for the Cannoneer Bohalo card. Stay blessed.